There you go. All right, gentlemen. You ready? All right, Miss Davis, roll call.
Lee Mallett, William Cluett,
Here.
Brian Borderline, Noah Broussard, Kristen Brown, Kyle Condon,
Here.
Kim DiGiovanni, David Gallo,
Here.
Adam Ginn,
Here.
Stephen Hackworth, Harvey Honore, Curtis Joseph, Donald Lambert,
Here.
Andy Lopez,
Here.
Garland Meredith,
Here.
Christopher Stewart, Elliot Temple,
Here.
Keith Tillage. We have a quorum.
Thank you. Ms. Brown, would you mind leading us in the pledge? Everybody please stand.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, thank you. Ms. Starks, introductions, please.
Yes, sir. Good morning, everyone. My name is Tanika Starks, and I'm an Assistant Attorney General with the Louisiana Department of Justice, and I'll be presiding over today's hearing as hearing officer. All that means is I'll just be dealing with the evidentiary matters. The board will make all final decisions, and if a fine is necessary, they will determine a fine as well. If any respondents are present today, please step up to this microphone and state your name and your affiliation with the company if you are representing a company. And please silence all cell phones at this time. Thank you.
All right, thank you, ma'am. Consideration of the commercial board meetings from the March meeting.
Move this time. Lambert.
Double second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. All right, Mr. Beavers, any introductions?
No, sir. Just the staff and investigators. If we can swear them in before we start.
Be great.
Whenever you're ready, Miss Stark. Today will be Jared Watson, John LeBlanc, Frank Vaughn, Kristen McKee, Sue McCartney, Lonnie Lesko, Erica Segura, Logan Cockerham, Dylan Borg, Kerry Morgan, Joe Anderson, and myself, and Brad Hazard. I apologize.
Can y'all raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
I do.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Any public comments? All right, if nothing, let's go ahead with new business.
Items D 1 and 2, Lone Wolf Roofing LLC. Are any representatives present?
Ma'am, please state your name and your affiliation with the company.
Claire Manali, and I'm the owner.
Can you state your last name again?
Manali.
Manali. Ms. Manali, can you raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes.
Thank you.
Lone Wolf Roofing LLC is before you today for consideration of an alleged violation for acting as a contractor to perform work without possessing a Louisiana State Contractor's License at 4815 Dryade Street in New Orleans, Louisiana, in the amount of $35,000.
Ms. Manali, how would you like to plead to the alleged violation?
So I have an attorney that I paid for, and he was not able to be here today. He spoke to Chairman Mallett and asked for a pushback.
So would you like to request a continuance for
Yes,
today's
please.
hearing? Counsel, do you have any objection to that? I'm sorry, Mr. Hazard.
Mr. Chair, if I could just address that real quickly. Ms. Manali showed at the February meeting.
Yes. Didn't we have a continuation then?
I urged her to request counsel at that point. Any communication with Mr. Mallett on a disciplinary matter is purely unethical at the minimum. We did receive some communication from Ms. Manali yesterday stating that she did hire an attorney, but he couldn't be here. We do not have an attorney of record enrolled. I don't know that we object to such a continuation until he can enroll and actually make an appearance. However, there's still some matters that that you may be interested in. Essentially, we would like you to consider a suspension of this license until such a time as the hearing is held due to the allegation of untruthfulness that I think is very, very clear.
Well, that would be the second agenda item. Right now, we're talking about,
Correct. I don't know the legality of us considering that right now. That's why I wanted to bring it up, so maybe your general counsel could advise.
So, Mr. Hassert, can you explain a little bit of what the second charge is, not the first, of when you're talking about what they've been noticed for here today?
Correct.
And what is their current license?
They currently hold a residential construction license. Ms. Manali as the qualifier. The issue that we were hoping to address today it has been kind of weighing us on a little bit, especially considering the light of all the other things that have gone on with a previous member of that entity. The violation under case 25-148202 is misrepresentation of a fact by an applicant or license in providing information statements or documents to the staff or board. The allegation that we're considering here is at the time that application was presented to the board to be issued, there's a question on that application that asks if any principals or qualifying parties had a criminal offense in the past. That was marked as no. Approximately about a year earlier, the individual in question here that's no longer associated with this license, but was at the time of the application, had pled guilty to a contractor fraud charge. And
is this the Dylan?
that's him.
Okay. All right.
So, who's your attorney?
Michael Thomas.
So he has been retained and he's agreed to represent you?
Yes, I've already paid him and signed.
Okay.
Ms. Manali, let me ask this, and I don't know, counsel, if we can talk about both of these charges after he's gone through the second one. Is there is it proper to ask Ms. Manali to agree to a suspension until we get this thing here? I understand that she's not represented, and I certainly don't want to. If she's already retained counsel and he's not here, that's an issue. We want to give her proper representation. But these are pretty significant charges, and I think there's a history there. And
Is
we've
she-
already granted an extension. I mean, at some point in time,
Right.
we can't continue
Can't do
this.
it again. Are you currently doing any jobs?
Yes.
How many?
I mean, 4 right now that are open to do.
Are you doing them? Are you currently working on them?
Have you started?
No, I have not started on them.
All right.
Since she's requested counsel, I think it becomes a little bit of an issue to ask her to do anything.
Right.
Because we have to kind of depend on her word here, that she has requested counsel. But she should be here today. The counsel should be here today. I guess what we can ask is that none of those jobs start, and then we reset this for our next month. And if he doesn't show up, you don't get another continuance period. That's the only thing I could say. But again, depends on how Mr. Hassert and them want to prosecute the case.
I can say, Mr. Lanier, that we're fine with the continuance. We are concerned, obviously, with the misrepresentation of a convicted felon directly related to
An
construction at the time.
Yeah.
And Ms. Manali's relationship with this gentleman at the time was fairly close, I would suggest. Certainly, she would have been aware of that conviction.
Yeah, so the issue of that is obviously she's entitled to due process here, and so
Understand.
they would have to put on evidence of all of those things, and she's saying she has an attorney, so the attorney would be allowed to cross-examine, and so that's the only concern I have here is, do we kind of infringe on that issue? And that's the only reason I would be saying that we don't move
Can we
forward.
just limit this to one more continuance for next month?
Well, I mean, we can accept a voluntary.
No, I wouldn't do that.
You wouldn't?
No, I would just say that we can give her one continuance and.
One more continuance.
One more continuance.
Final continuance.
This is the final chance or continuance, and we're going to ask that you not perform or start these jobs because it is an issue.
Yeah.
And we don't want that to occur.
Okay, so what if I already have deposits on them and we're supposed to be doing them?
Are these roofing jobs?
Yes, fortified.
You can either return or
I
decide.
have to agree with Mr. Landreneau as much as it troubles me. I don't know that we can force her not to continue that project
Yeah.
or even ask that of her.
Yeah.
Well, you do realize, Ms. Manali, you're under an intense scrutiny right now based on what we've got in front of us.
I
And-
definitely understand, and I'm not, since I don't have legal representation, I don't want to say anything wrong, but I do have arguments behind. I don't, like, there was no ill intent behind any of this. We were speaking with the board the whole time.
Never is.
Well, I know, but
Ms. Manali,
I'm just
if you
saying-
don't want to say anything, don't talk about your.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
Well, look, I think I think, yeah, I'm going to wish the board to.
Understanding everything that's going on, Temple moved to continue one final time, and I ask that you make sure that your attorney is here.
What's the date?
Oh, absolutely.
The next hearing date? May 21st? Will you agree to appear without
21st
service?
or 23rd.
Meaning,
Yeah.
meaning you've been notified.
yes, yes,
In other words, we're not going to reserve you. You have to appear on May 21st. Do you agree to that?
yes.
Okay.
Do
For the
we
record,
have,
we will not be serving your attorney either because he hasn't contacted us.
We don't know who
He's
he
not
is.
enrolled.
Yeah.
can I ask a question? Do we have the authority to suspend the license
Not
Just for
without,
the fact
not
that
without a hearing.
Not when
No,
Not without that hearing.
not without, just for them not appearing?
So,
She
yeah,
has
so
to-
right now we have a motion to continue one final. Have a second from Mr. Gallo. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. All right, one last continuance.
What? Oh,
You're granted 1 month. May 21st, you need to be here.
got it. Is that it?
All right. Thank you. And proper disposition of that would be cases 1 and 2, right? Yes. All right, so. Next.
Item D3, Danny J. Gilreath, doing business as McGill Contractors LLC. Are any representatives present?
Let the record reflect on is present on behalf of Danny J. Gilreath, DBA McGill Contractors LLC.
Danny J. Gilreath, doing business as McGill Contractors LLC, is before you today for consideration of an alleged violation for acting as a contractor to perform work without possessing a Louisiana State Contractor's License on the Stay APT Lafayette project in Lafayette, Louisiana, the amount of $1,796,500.
The agency calls John LeBlanc to the stand.
LeBlanc?
LeBlanc.
Mr. LeBlanc has been sworn.
Good morning, Mr. LeBlanc. You are currently employed by the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors as an investigator, correct?
Yes.
If you take a look at the exhibit pack you have in front of you, are those documents that you obtained or prepared and which are kept in the course of regularly conducted business of the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors?
Yes.
Madam Hearing Officer, I'd offer file and introduce these documents into evidence as exhibits 1, 2A through 2D, 3, and 4.
Exhibits are admitted.
Mr. LeBlanc, if you take a look at Exhibit 4, is that a copy of the amended notice of hearing sent to Mr. Gilreath via certified mail, as well as a signed receipt showing delivery?
Yes.
Now, Mr. LeBlanc, did you have occasion to investigate the activities of McGill Contractors as a result of a routine compliance review of a permit for construction at an apartment complex in Lafayette?
Yes.
The general contractor for that project was Rycon Construction, is that correct?
Yes.
And as we can see from the building permit and we can see that Rycon Construction is the general contractor from the building permit that's in Exhibit 2A, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. If you look at Exhibit 2B, Rycon entered into a subcontract with McGill Contractors for, quote, carpentry, interior, exterior framing, exterior canopies, exterior trim, lap siding, drywall finish, paint, windows, and FDHW install in the amount of $1,796,500. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. During your investigation, did you consult the records of the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors to determine if Mr. Gilreath and/or McGill Contractors are licensed by the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors?
Yes, I did. They were unlicensed.
Both of them were unlicensed?
Yes.
No further questions. Given the testimony and evidence presented, the agency submits that defendant violated Louisiana Revised Statute 372158A1, bidding or conducting work without the proper license.
What wishes?
Move to find him guilty. Temple.
Second, Condon.
We have a motion and a second for guilty. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Penalty?
Move to find him max plus cost.
Second, Condon.
We have a motion and a second for max plus cost. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Sunstra LLC, are any representatives present?
Let the record reflect the known is present on behalf of Sunstra LLC.
Yeah.
Sunstra LLC is before you today for consideration of an alleged violation for acting as a contractor to perform work without possessing a Louisiana State Contractor's License at 244 Paisley Parkway, Sulphur, Louisiana, in the amount of $57,077.63.
The agency calls Frank Vaughn to the stand.
Mr. Vaughn has been sworn.
Good morning, Mr. Vaughn. You are currently employed by the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors as an investigator, correct?
Yes, sir.
If you take a look at the exhibit pack in front of you, are those documents that you obtained or prepared and which are kept in the regular course of business conducted by the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors?
Yes, sir.
Madam Hearing Officer, I offer, file, and introduce these documents into evidence as Exhibits 1, 2A through D, 3, and 4.
Exhibits are admitted.
Mr. Vaughn, if you take a look at Exhibit 4, that exhibit contains multiple notices of hearing that were sent out for this matter, correct?
Yes, sir.
It also includes a copy of the notice of hearing sent to Sunstra via email and certified mail for the hearing today, and a copy of a United States Post Office tracking receipt showing delivery of the amended notice of hearing for today, correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Vaughn, did you have occasion to investigate the activities of Sunstra LLC as a result of an investigation you were conducting related to a fraudulent City of Sulphur permit that was obtained by another company?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, Sunstra LLC entered into a solar installation and purchase contract with a homeowner in Sulphur, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
If you look at Exhibit 2A, that's a copy of the contract?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The value of that contract is listed as $57,077.63, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. During your investigation, did you consult the records of the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors to determine if Sunstra LLC is licensed by the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors for this type of work?
Yes, it is not.
It is not licensed?
It is not.
No further questions. Given the testimony and evidence presented, the agency submits that the defendant violated Louisiana Revised Statute 372158A1, bidding or conducting work without the proper license.
Move to find him guilty. Lopez.
Temple second.
We have a motion by Mr. Lopez, second by Mr. Temple. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Make a motion for max penalty. Lopez.
We have a motion by Mr. Lopez, second by Mr. Broussard.
Hold up. I gotta, do we do the cost? Do you add cost to that?
I'm sorry, cost plus max penalty.
Max plus cost.
Yep, max plus cost.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Ground Up Solar and Electrical
Good
LLC,
catch.
are any representatives present?
Good morning. I'm Teresa Kopp here on behalf of Ground Up Solar. Go ahead.
My name is Jack Garrett. I'm the manager of Ground Up Solar Electrical LLC.
Mr. Garrett,
Yes, ma'am.
you plan on testifying this morning?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you have authority to testify on behalf of the company?
Excuse me.
Do you have authority to testify on behalf of the company? Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Ground Up Solar and Electrical LLC is before you today for consideration of alleged violations for bidding on, quoting, estimating, or performing a job for which a license is required without holding the classification for the majority of work performed, for entering into a contract with an unlicensed contractor, and for efforts to deceive or defraud the public at 244 Paisley Parkway in Sulphur, Louisiana, in the amount of $57,077.63.
All right. Ms. Cobb, how does your client plead to the alleged violations?
Can we take each one individually?
How many are there?
3.
Consideration violations.
That was my understanding. It's
Yes.
A4, A7.
Yeah, looks like 3. Yes, you can.
Okay. If we could begin with A7, entering into a contract with an unlicensed contractor. My client will plead no contest.
Temple move to accept.
Lopez second.
A motion and a second for no contest on, was that A7 you said?
Yes, sir. That's
Okay.
correct.
All right. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
I can proceed. Okay. With regard to A4, bidding, quoting, estimating, performing a job for which a license is required, my client would like to plead no contest and explain to the board that when he
Allow them to accept the plea
Yeah,
first.
we'll have an opportunity to explain on
Okay,
the contest.
thank you.
All right.
Temple move to accept.
Brown second.
We have a motion and a second by Mr. Temple and Mr. Elliott, Mr. Elliott Temple and Ms. Brown. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Okay.
And Ms. Starks, my last question would just be, are we going to do the penalty phase at the end after all?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then I'll withhold my comments with regard to that plea of no contest for the penalty consideration.
Okay.
Okay. With regard to the last violation, the violation notice that Ground Up received quoted A18, which is my understanding is failure to obtain a permit to perform work. However, the description on the notice of violation said efforts to deceive or defraud the public, which is item 17, I believe. So I believe the violation should be 17. Of course, the notice we received was 18. So we're prepared to proceed, but I wanted to bring that error in the notice of violation up.
Counsel, any response to that?
I believe this may be a misunderstanding as to amendments to the statute that were, maybe council may be looking at an older statute. The statute was amended, and so the charge that's been listed on the notice of hearing is correctly noted as A18.
Counselor, can you, for the benefit of the board, again, go through what are the actual charges, 4, 7, and 18? I'm sure they're listed in that order here, but if you would, just for the benefit of everybody here.
You'd like me to read what those charges are?
Yeah, just what each one of those are, what we're bidding to. Everybody's clear on it, so.
Sure. Violation Louisiana Revised Statute 3721-5887 is for entering into a contract with an unlicensed contractor involving work or activity for the performance of which a license is required by this chapter.
Right.
Louisiana Revised Statute 3721-5884 is for bidding on, quoting, estimating, or performing a job for which a license is required. The licensee shall hold the classification for the majority of the work performed. And then Louisiana Revised Statute 3721-58A18, which is engaging in efforts to deceive or defraud the public by submitting a fraudulent efforts to deceive or defraud the public. And in this case, that's based on the submission of a fraudulent permit.
If I may, that's from the statutes that were in force at the time of the violation, which was after August of 2024. That is the correct statute.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Does that change the plea?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so it's a no contest as well? Or?
No, ma'am, it's not. It's not guilty for that charge.
Okay.
Not guilty.
All right.
You don't have to do anything.
Yeah, we're good. We can have it here. Okay, that one. All right. How do we proceed, counsel? Do we want to take these individually?
Well, in light of the no contest pleas on the first 2 charges, then I'll proceed primarily on the last charge.
Okay, great. We'll have the hearing.
The agency calls Frank Vaughn to the stand.
Mr. Vaughn has been sworn.
Good morning, Mr. Vaughn. You are currently employed by the Louisiana State Licensing Board for contractors as an investigator, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you take a look at the exhibit package you have in front of you, are those documents that you obtained or prepared and which are kept in the course of regularly conducted business for the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors?
Yes, sir.
Madam Hearing Officer, I'd like to offer, file, and introduce these documents into evidence as Exhibits 1, 2, 8 through J, 3, and 4.
Any objection, counsel?
Yes, ma'am. I object to pages 99 through 121. Those are communications between myself and the board with regard to rescheduling of this hearing, and I don't think they're relevant to the prosecution.
99 through
121.
No objection to removing those pages.
through 121.
Let me say this, no objection, assuming counsel has no objection to appearing here today and that service was proper.
I'm sorry?
No objection, assuming counsel admits that service was proper and that she's here today. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
No objection to removing those.
Okay. Sustained. Those documents will be removed from the exhibits. Any other objections?
No, ma'am.
Exhibits stands 99 through 121 are admitted.
Mr. Vaughn, did you have occasion to investigate the activities of Ground Up Solar and Electrical as a result of an investigation that you're conducting related to a fraudulent City of Sulphur permit?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And this case arises out of a solar installation and purchase contract that Sunstra LLC entered into with a homeowner in Sulphur. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And that contract between the homeowner and Sunstra can be found in Exhibit 2D?
Yes, sir.
And what's the value of that contract?
The contract itself is $57,077.63.
Now, Sunstra entered into a subcontractor agreement with Ground Up Solar to install the solar panels for that contract. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you look at Exhibit 2F, is that a copy of the invoice that was sent by Ground Up Solar to Sunstra for the installation of the solar panels?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, prior to beginning this work, you were advised by someone at the City of Sulphur's permit office that Ground Up Solar had applied for a permit with the City of Sulphur at one time, but it was denied because Ground Up Solar lacked the solar energy equipment classification necessary. Is that correct?
That, and they did not have an occupational license.
Okay. Later, however, the City of Sulphur obtained a copy of what purported to be a permit for the solar work, which it obtained from a company by the name of Sunlight Financial, who was the financing arm of Sunstra. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Exhibit 2A is a copy of the complaint that was filed by the City of Sulphur and it also contains a copy of what it alleges is a fraudulent permit that it received. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That permit is allegedly signed by a person by the name of Deborah Moore, who is identified on the permit as the Development Permit Officer, correct?
Yes, sir.
But Deborah Moore is not an employee of the City of Sulphur, correct?
She is not.
You spoke to the folks at the City of Sulphur and they told you that they have no such employee by the name of Deborah Moore?
Correct.
Okay. And the City of Sulphur also confirmed to you in your conversations with them that they did not issue that permit that's attached to the complaint, correct?
Correct. That is not even their form they issue permits on.
Okay. And Exhibit 2B is a copy of the correspondence that you had with the City of Sulphur regarding the investigation and the discussions about the permit, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, at some point, you sent a subpoena to Ground Up Solar requesting documents that were related to this project?
Yes, sir.
And after you issued that subpoena, you spoke to Mr. Jack Garrett, who identified himself as the owner of Ground Up Solar?
Correct.
Okay. Now, after receiving documents in response to the subpoena, you called Mr. Garrett, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Garrett said he was hired by Sunstra to install the solar panels for the individual that was contracted with Sunstra, correct?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Garrett admitted that he and/or Solar had applied for the permit from the City of Sulphur, but was told that he needed a specialty classification, and that's why he wasn't issued the permit, correct?
Yes, sir.
But despite that, Mr. Garrett started the work Ground Up Solar started the work even without having the permit because they claimed the permit officials said that they would process the permit application, correct?
Correct.
But ultimately, Mr. Garrett wasn't able, and Ground Up Solar weren't able to complete this work because the City of Sulphur issued a stop work order, correct?
Correct.
And a copy of that stop work order is contained in Exhibit 2C, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, when you told Mr. Garrett that you had what appeared to be a fraudulent permit from the City of Sulphur, he claimed that he had no knowledge of that and denied that he made that permit, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And your email with corresponds with Mr. Garrett about that issue is contained in Exhibit 2G, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, at some point thereafter, you spoke to a gentleman by the name of Mr. Ali Al-Zubaydi, who
Yes,
is the registered agent of Sunstra LLC, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
When you asked him about the permit, Mr. Al-Zubaydi claimed that the permit was provided to Sunstra LLC by an employee of Ground Up Solar, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
But he said he wasn't sure what the name of was that employee?
He thought it was Mercy.
Okay. And he told you that he thought he remembered the name of the employee that provided the permit to them was the name of Mercy, but he also told you that he thinks that Percy had been terminated from Ground Up Solar. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
But when you asked Mr. Al-Zubaydi to produce the email that he received, he claimed that he couldn't find it. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And your correspondence with Mr. Al-Zubaydi is contained in Exhibit 2H. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So at that point, you went back to Mr. Garrett and asked him to produce additional documents pursuant to the subpoena, specifically copies of any and all correspondence that would be related in any way to Mr. Casales, who was the homeowner, and any correspondence related to the transmission of the permit, correct?
Yes, sir.
And the subpoena that you issued is Exhibit 2I?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did you receive any correspondence from Ground Up Solar or Mr. Garrett with respect to the email that was allegedly sent from Ground Up Solar to Sunstra containing the fraudulent permit?
No, sir.
And when you, during your investigation, when you searched the records for the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors to determine whether Sunstra LLC was a licensed contractor, you determined they were not, is that correct?
They were not licensed, correct.
No further questions for this witness.
Okay. Ms. Cobb, do you have any questions for this witness?
Yes. Yes, I do. Mr. Frank, was Mr. Ali the only person that you interviewed with regard to this complaint?
I spoke with another employee of Ground Up.
Okay.
Ms. Cobb, can you bring the microphone to you?
I'm sorry.
No problem.
Thank you for bringing that up.
No problem.
Okay.
And
Did you?
then there was a former employee of Ground Up that sent an email concerning information about Mercy.
Okay. Did you have an interview with Mercy?
Couldn't find her.
Okay. Did you have any interviews with regard to the persons at Sunlight Financial about how that alleged fraudulent permit was forwarded to them?
That's Mr. Al-Zubaydi.
But did you interview anyone with Sunlight?
The financial? I spoke with the financial, the investigator for them, yeah.
Okay. Did they produce any documents to show how and what manner they received or from who they received this fraudulent permit?
They did not.
Okay. Did they indicate to you verbally who forwarded that alleged fraudulent permit to them?
It was obtained from Sunstra, I believe,
Who?
for the financial records that they needed to show to get the financing.
Okay, so are you saying that I don't want to put words in your mouth. I'm sorry, I'm going to rephrase it. Did anyone from Sunlight indicate who they received the permit from?
No.
Okay. And isn't it correct that Ground Up did in fact obtain its solar permit in December of 2024?
Obtained it?
Yes.
I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
Okay. You indicated also, I believe, and please correct me if I'm misstating, okay? I'm not trying to trick you or anything like that. But something about an occupational license. Ground Up had not obtained an occupational license with the city of Sulphur. Did you follow up with the city of Sulphur to find out if that ever had been issued?
I did not.
Okay. I don't have any further questions.
Okay.
No further witnesses subject to cross-examination of Mr. Garrett if he's going to testify.
Yes.
You may proceed.
Good morning. Okay, thank you. I do have one matter of housekeeping. I have an exhibit that I would like to introduce. May I provide a copy to council?
Yes, ma'am.
This document that I just provided to council, I have marked as Ground Up S&L number 1. This is a discovery request that was forwarded to Mr. Beavers December 18th, 2025, which was denied in whole. I looked in the email chain with regard to sending it and the response that I received back from Mr. Beavers. I would like to offer, introduce, and file this into the record. Based on the denial in whole, Ground Up has not been made aware of the persons that were interviewed by the investigator in order to decide if a subpoena would be necessary for such person. Ground Up objects to any part of the investigator's report that was created based upon the information he obtained during the investigation and which I requested in discovery. In the response that I received from Mr. Beavers, he indicated that investigative files and other internal documents, communications, etc., that are not being used against your client is not allowed to be produced. And it's our position that this violates revised statute 49:975.1. If the information in those files, communications, or documents weren't used to prepare a report or to allow the administration to decide whether or not to bring these alleged violations, then what are the basis for them at all? So I would like to offer, introduce, and file this exhibit into the record.
Okay. Any response, council?
No objection to the introduction except for the first 3 emails on the first page.
You can keep going. You keep.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, other than the first 3 emails on the first page have nothing to do with what council just mentioned. Their communications between myself and council about my retention by the board and becoming the attorney here, so they're irrelevant. Starting with the December 29th, 2025 email and going down, no objection to their introduction.
Okay. Any response?
Only that the December 18th is on there as well to show the entire chain and to
Okay.
show when it was sent. That's all.
Okay. I'm just going to let it in because it's easier. It's all on the same document. So it's going to be, the whole document's going to be admitted.
Thank you.
It's easier that way.
You have copies?
Yeah, do you have copies or that your only?
That was the only one I have.
Okay. And you may proceed.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Jack, we're going to do the examination questions for you now, okay?
Would it be possible to have him stand over here while you ask the questions?
Absolutely.
Yeah, or one of you move either way.
I do have a couple of the documents. I'll just have to pass to him to show.
Okay.
Mr. Garrett, can you please state your name and address for the record?
Jack Garrett, 2023 Phillip Drive, Suite E, Covington, Louisiana, 70433.
Okay. And what is your position with Ground Up?
Manager,
How long have you been the manager?
since 2022.
And are you familiar with the books and records of Ground Up?
Yes, I'm familiar.
And what are your job duties at Ground Up?
Manage
Manage.
sales reps, installers,
Okay. Do you have responsibilities for estimating or reviewing estimates that your people prepare?
Yeah, I look over it. It was estimated automatic computing. So
Okay.
we just look over and it's corrected. That's all.
Okay, and then do you assign the crews to different jobs?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and do you review the information that comes in for you to determine where the people need to go and what materials need to be requested?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Are you familiar with the facts and circumstances surrounding the alleged violations that we're here about today?
Yes, after the fact, got familiar.
Okay. I'd like for you to first look at the document that is the Sunstra contract. This is stamped pages 50 through 55 in the exhibit packet. And my question to you is, had you seen that document prior to me receiving it from the licensing board as being part of the exhibit packet that would be introduced today? Did you see it prior to me showing it to you and I receiving it from the licensing board?
The system cost? No.
Okay. Did you ever give Sunstra permission to put your name, your company name, at the top of their contracts?
They have nothing about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you didn't give anyone with Sunstra permission to do that?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And as you have reviewed the document, is there any other mention of Ground Up in this contract?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Is it signed by anyone on behalf of Ground Up?
No, ma'am.
Okay, I'll take that back. Next, I'm going to show you a quote. This is stamped pages 57 and 58. Thank you. In the exhibit packet.
Okay. Yes, this is a quote from Green Tech, which Sandra ordered and paid for.
Did you see this document prior to me showing it to you and having received it from the Louisiana Contractors Licensing Board?
Not the pricing. I just seen the material list, what he was going to order.
Okay. And is it correct that the address that they have, let me ask you this, did Ground Up request this quote?
No.
Okay. Then, do you have any knowledge of why Ground Up's name is even on it?
No.
Okay.
Only thing I could think of is I ordered for this company, and he's calling to them and telling me that I'm gonna do a job for them.
He who?
Sandra Ali.
Okay. And isn't it correct that even the address that's under Ground Up's
That's not
name?
me. That's not mine.
Okay. I'm going to hand you, let's see, these are bait stamped 7, 8, 9, and 10 in the exhibit book. First, I'd like you to turn to page 7 at the bottom.
Okay.
Do you see page 7?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry, page 8. Page 8.
Page 8.
We're sharing this. I did not make another set for me. Do you mind if I just step by him for this?
That's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, this is an email dated June 5th, 2025 from Caitlin Meehan at Sunlight Financial to the permit office in Sulphur. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And isn't it correct, the first sentence says, I'm reviewing a complaint for one of your residents and was reviewing a permit provided by the contractor for their solar installation. Okay, my question to you is, have you reviewed the books and records of Ground Up to determine if anyone from Ground Up emailed a permit to Sunlight Financial? Did you review the documents?
Yes, ma'am.
You reviewed the emails associated?
Yes,
And did you find any emails where Ground Up submitted a permit to Sunlight Financial?
No one from my company submitted a permit to Sunlight because we don't have We don't have access to sunlight. Only Suntra have their Suntra lender. We can't even call them and communicate with them.
Okay. Now, if we turn back to page 7, the top of the page, this is an email from Beth Ziegler from the City of Sulphur to Mr. Frank at the permit office, investigator, dated June 25th. And she's indicating, I received the email below from Sunlight Financial on Ground Up Solar. This is not our permit, and they have never pulled a solar permit for this address. And then she furthers down, Ground Up Solar is trying to pull electrical permit for this solar job. Now, what I'd like you to do is, after having read that, now look at the permit that's on page 9. Who does it show there as the contractor?
It shows me the contract on the applicant.
Right. Now, my question to you is, have you reviewed the records of Ground Up Solar
Yes, ma'am.
to determine if anyone from Ground Up Solar prepared a permit
No.
on this project?
No.
Did you review the records?
Yes.
Okay. Did you find anything that showed anyone from Ground Up had prepared this permit?
No.
Did you review the records of Ground Up to determine if anyone had emailed a permit to anyone from Sunstra?
Yes, I reviewed the record. No one have emailed Suntra.
Okay. Do you believe that the reason that they named Ground Up in these emails is because someone put Ground Up's name on this permit?
Exactly. Yes.
Is it your testimony here today that Ground Up Solar did not prepare this permit?
Yes, ma'am. We did not permit to do it.
I don't have any further questions of this witness.
Any cross?
Yes, ma'am.
If he has any questions, he's going to answer.
Mr. Garrett, I believe you testified that no one at your company submitted a permit to the folks at Sunlight Financial. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you based that testimony on the fact that you said you went back and reviewed all of the emails of your company. Is that correct?
That too, but also to piggyback off that, we don't have no access to Sunlight. We can't call them. We can't email them. We don't have no access. That's for Suntra lender.
Okay. Well, let's go to Suntra. Have you checked the records of your company to determine whether anyone emailed a permit to anyone at Sunstra LLC?
No one emailed nothing to Suntra about a permit.
Okay, my question was, did you check the records to
Yes, sir,
make
I
that
checked.
determination?
Yes,
You did. Okay. And when you checked those records, you determined that no one at your company had submitted a permit to Sunstra for this case. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. That's correct.
And when you checked those records, what records did you check?
Only thing I can see is we applied for a permit, and my records just showed that we applied for the permit, and they told us that we had to get solar license.
What records did you consult? When you went back to determine whether this was sent to Sunstra, what records of the company did you look at?
My assistant pulled up everything for communication through email.
Okay, so you didn't do it personally, your assistant did it?
We did it together. Okay. They pulled all the emails, and I went through that any communication I had with Suntra about their job.
Okay, all the emails, whose emails did you pull?
Suntra emails.
Okay. Well, does Sunstra have a single email address that is used by every single employee, or do Sunstra employees have their own email addresses?
No, it goes to my business email. Everyone sees that. Who works for me?
Okay. So my question is, does Sunstra have simply one email address
Yes,
that it uses?
yes.
Let me finish asking the question before you answer, if you don't mind, please. Does Sunstra simply have one email address that it uses to conduct all its business, or do individual employees at Sunstra have their own email addresses?
All I know is Suntra, Ali. I never communicate with no one besides him.
You're the manager of Sunstra, right? And you test.
No, I'm not no manager of Suntra.
Are you the owner?
No.
Suntra?
I'm sorry. Of Ground Up Solar.
Yes, I'm the manager of Ground Up Solar.
Okay. What about with respect to the email addresses for Ground Up Solar? Does Ground Up Solar have a single email address, or does it have separate email addresses for all its employees?
I have a business email address. Everything tied to the business email address. They have separate email, yes, but it's tied to the business email. So if someone messages to another employee that's doing paperwork for me, I can still see it through the business email.
Okay, so are you saying that every email that's sent out by the company, you get a copy of it as well?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so when you checked your records to determine whether an email was sent to Sunstra, you searched those emails to determine?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Did you search the deleted emails?
Search deleted emails?
Yes.
We didn't delete no emails.
Are you aware that an email inbox has or email account has an inbox, it has a sent items, and it has a deleted items? Are you familiar with that?
Yes, sir.
Did you check all three of those inboxes for all of your emails to determine whether this email had been sent?
Yes.
Okay. What about, are you familiar with being able to recover deleted emails?
I'm pretty sure you can't recover it.
Did you check to determine whether there were any emails that had been recently deleted that may have been evidence of this email that was sent to Sunstra?
Yes, I checked the emails. I have no deleted email from Sunstra.
Not from Sunstra, to Sunstra.
No deleted email to Sunstra.
Okay.
To my knowledge, it wasn't.
Is it possible that this email to Sunstra could have been sent and then deleted by whichever employee sent it?
Yes, but I would still see it in a business email.
It would still be, so you get a separate copy of an email in your business, in your account as well?
No, it's everything is tied to one email. Whether we go off that email and create other accounts from that email for a certain individual, it's still tied to that main email. So what if just say, if Jane and Kat send an email out, I still can see it through the main email.
Okay. Let me ask you this question then, Mr. Garrett. What reason do you believe Sunstra would have for telling the Contractors Board investigator that they received an email from your company, specifically identified the name of an employee who sent it, that it included a fraudulent permit? Why would Sunstra say that?
Money.
Money?
Money.
Can you explain?
Because in order for him to get paid by Sunlight, he had to submit paperwork showing that the job has been done. So basically, if in order for Sunlight to pay him, he have to submit a permit saying, okay, we got the permit, we got the PTO saying that we got permission to operate on the job. If he can't submit that to the lender, they're not going to disperse him his money.
Are you familiar with this employee that they identified by the name of Mercy?
Yes, she was terminated.
And she was terminated after this issue arose regarding the alleged sending of this fraudulent permit, correct?
She was terminated before that.
Did you provide Mercy's contact information to the investigator for the Contractors Board so that he could try to reach her?
Yes, I did. I told him about Mercy. I don't know if I gave the information, but we can't. She's overseas. We can't. She's just what you call it? Mobile. She's not in the United States. She's not even a citizen.
May I proceed? Okay. Members of the board, regarding this alleged violation, I believe this is nothing more than a verbal accusation that's made by a disgruntled ex-employee and an unlicensed contractor from Texas attempting to shift the blame to a contractor, Ground Up Solar, who has a commercial license, an electrical license, a building construction license, a mechanical license, a solar license, and also a residential license. He has never, Ground Up Solar, has never been before this board before, has never been suspended, and never been revoked. I think that the miscommunication with regard to the email that we looked at that named Ground Up was only made because someone prepared that permit who didn't appear for the prior hearing and submitted it to Sunlight Financial. I question why that wasn't brought as a violation against Sunstra. But be that as it may, there's also evidence at page 71 in your packet where Ollie with Sunstra says he can't find the email that supposedly Mercy from Ground Up sent to him with this permit. That company, Sunstra, has been in business since 2019. These same questions should have been asked to Sunstra. Did he check his emails? He says in his communications with the licensing board that he couldn't find it. Well, he's been in business since 2019. I find it really hard to believe that if it's true what he's claiming in that email, that Mercy from Ground Up sent it to him, then it would have been found. But he admitted he can't find it. It's because it doesn't exist. It's because Sunstra prepared this permit and put Ground Up's name on it. I believe, and we request that the board find Ground Up not guilty of this violation. Mr. Garrett has come today to testify and tell his side of the story, and it's unfortunate, again, that Sunstra's not here. So we're missing a link, and there's no documentary evidence to show that Ground Up was involved in this alleged fraudulent permit or to defraud the public, and we would ask that it be found not guilty of this violation.
Thank you. Any closing remarks?
Mr. Chairman, I would only say that I think we need to look at the circumstances and who benefits from this alleged fraudulent permit. The contractor was not allowed to go forward with this job, Ground Up Solar, without the permit. There's an application for the permit, and all of a sudden they move forward with the contract, knowing apparently that this permit was going to appear some kind of way. And next thing we know, we received this permit that is sent to Sunstra, allegedly, albeit acknowledging the alleged nature of that. But when you go back and look at who benefited from this primarily, it's Ground Up Solar. And, you know, this is essentially a credibility call for the board to make as to whether we're going to believe the statements made by the investigator here who spoke with the individuals at Sunstra that they obtained this permit, providing a name of an employee at Sunstra who coincidentally gets terminated and is out of the country. So when you look at all the circumstances here, it seems that the weight of the evidence demonstrates that this permit did come from Ground Up Solar as opposed to someone else, as counsel has alleged. So we would submit that the evidence is sufficient to find that Ground Up Solar is guilty of the charges as alleged.
And just for clarification, when we talk about licensure and those things, the citation was in October, correct? And they attained licensure, was it in December or something?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, just so they were in violation at the time on those things, which they pled no contest to. All right.
And Mr. Cluott, I appreciate that. That was going to be the information that I was going to provide to the board with regard to the penalties to be assessed for that violation.
Right.
When Ground Up became aware that that was required, it did proceed and get that taken care of. At that time, it had all of the other licenses that I mentioned. It did come back and get this license. And you're correct that at the time of the project, when the project commenced, it did not have it. But Ground Up didn't wait. Once it found out, it went and got it. It didn't wait to be brought before the board and for the board to say, hey, go get your license. It went ahead and got it. So we're trying to be proactive and take care of everything that we need to.
Well, most people are proactive after they're notified they did something wrong.
I'm sorry, but he was notified by the permit office, and that's
Right,
when he took
right.
care of it. It's not like he was brought before the board and said,
Well, I appreciate that. All right.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, sir. Mr. Meredith.
is it too late for questions? I've got one that I'd
Yeah,
whoever
feel free.
address it, whether it be our investigator or counsel for the defendant. What's the history of your client and this contractor? Have they done work in the past? Is this the first and the only time that he's worked for them? What's the history? Do they have a history?
Talking about between Ground Up and Sunstra.
Yes, sir. He would call me when he had when he sold, was with Sunlight. He would call me when he got a deal through Sunlight. He would ask me would I install the job for him. Would I pull the permit, install the job for him?
So how many have you done in the past?
Probably about 10,
So y'all got a history.
Yes, sir. But that never happened. This is the first time this ever. So I don't think it was about he was desperate for money and he had to get it into Sunlight to get paid. That's what I think it was about, money. But we have no contact with Sunlight. So when he stated that I benefit from, no, I didn't. I haven't got paid 1 cent for that job. I lost out because I had to pay guys to go do it. He didn't want gain from it, not me.
Mr. Garrett, in that history here, what was the sequence? Who pulled the permits? Did you pull
permits?
So
Yes, sir.
of those 10 projects, you traditionally pulled the permits?
Yes, sir.
Did you attempt to pull a permit this go around?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
They was in the process of giving me the permit. That's what we thought. They told them all we had to do is make sure that wait for the occupation license to come in from that parish, and we can go ahead and start the work. When we get ready to go start the work, they pulled it back, said, "Oh, you can't do that now. It's required that you have solar license." I'm like, "What?" They said, "Yes, you require to have solar license now." So that's okay. We're gonna stop the job. We're gonna get the license, and then we go back to the job, and then all this came up.
Mr. Lopez, also to answer your question, and I apologize, I assumed that the exhibits, I've never worked inside the board. I assumed that these exhibits had been provided to y'all before and they had been reviewed. All of the documents in the exhibit packet do reflect the attempts and what transpired from October 24th, 2024 through March 27th, 2025 with regard to Ground Up working with the permit office. They provided bonds. They got the occupational license in 2024 and 2025 and the permits that they were applying for. Just to let you know, the documents are in there.
Understood.
Yeah. All right, any more questions?
I have a question. Ms. Condon, right here.
Yes, sir.
Are you a qualifying party on the license?
Yes, sir. Well, I'm the owner. I have qualified parties in there. I have like 2. Yes, sir.
So you are the license holder?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, any more questions? All right, with that, any more comments, Council?
Nothing further.
All right, good deal. All right. Certainly,
What's that?
it's a tough one.
He doesn't have a QP status.
What's that?
He does not have a QP status.
He doesn't have any what, Mr. Beavers?
The QPs for that company are not him.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. And I'm a little confused about, before you said you were a manager, but now you're saying you're owner.
No, I'm the manager. I'm the manager of the company.
But you are the owner as well?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right, that's,
So who is so you're not the license holder?
No, sir. I have qualifiers as under my.
He is the license.
he is a license holder. Hold on just a second.
He's
The
the
company's
He's not
the
the
license holder.
QPs.
Sorry?
He's not the qualifying parties for the company.
No, he's not qualified.
I'm the license holder, but I'm not the qualified party.
Position you in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who has the license for solar?
Who have the license for solar? One of my contractors.
A contractor?
Yeah.
So not an employee?
Well, one of my he is employee, is electrician.
Is he a
Is he
full-time
a
employee?
W-2 employee?
Yes, sir.
You pay payroll?
But he's 1099 employee. 1099 employee.
Okay.
Okay, well, that's a bigger issue.
Yeah.
That's a violation, as I understand.
We'll take
Right.
All right, now we got a whole nother set of issues.
Oh, what? I didn't say that.
What's that? Yeah,
So I can have a 1099.
all right.
I don't know. We need to handle the violations we're here for.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy.
Mr. Condon?
My understanding is that the person who holds the license for this company is not an employee. So this company does not have a valid solar license.
I will add
No,
that the
he is
investigator did ask for
employee.
employee records and never received them from the company. It's in the emails and the exhibit packs that
Yeah.
Can
Ms.
you speak to
Cobb
that?
refers to.
Excuse me?
Can you speak to that?
Yes, he's an employee.
A 1099 is not the same thing as a W-2 employee that you pay payroll taxes for.
We pay his own taxes.
Correct.
We get that. Yeah, all right.
Because
That's a
multiple,
contract.
he do multiple jobs on his own.
We'll have to,
Let's
that'll
focus on
be another issue
the
I'll
allegations
deal
and
with.
charges that were
All right.
noticed for today.
Yeah, that's
different.
Let-
hard.
Let's get back to this. Certainly, there are some things that the board has to consider. The mysterious disappearing employee certainly is an issue. And potentially, issues with regard to the who the permit was actually sent by, emails by, and I give the fact that Sunstra ought to be able to demonstrate that they received the permit as well as, or at least the email from which they received it, as well as this one. I don't know what happened between the two. We can only make that judgment here. So with that, I'm going to ask the board, what are your wishes? They pled not guilty, and we've got to find them guilty or not guilty. So.
Well, let me ask one thing.
Mr. Lambert?
I see Mr. Beavers is talking, but Mr. Beavers, excuse me, who is the qualifying party for the ground company?
1 second.
Roundup.
Roundup.
You got, I can list them all right now.
Oh, y'all have this?
Yeah, you got Jammin Level Butler for building, for electrical, for mechanical, and for residential, and for solar energy, you got Marcus Albert Mum, is what I'm showing.
That's correct.
All right. Mr. Lambert?
And you're saying that he's a full-time employee, but he gets paid $10.99.
Yes.
He's not a full-time employee, correct? Is he a full-time employee for your company, or does he work for anyone else?
He works for other company in himself.
Mr. Clue, I'd object to this line. I'd like to stay with the violations that we're here for today.
I appreciate that, Ms. Count. All right. All right, let's get back to
just a question.
The board will deal with the other issue.
I guess a procedural question. There's a very valuable piece of information I think is missing, and that's Sunstra. It's testimony. Is there a way to defer this until we have further investigation from Sunstra?
I would object to deferring it any longer. Honestly, it was originally set for November. I will admit I asked for a request for a continuance from the November.
They didn't appear today.
But this has already been continued.
Yeah.
From February, I believe.
Yeah. At their request, so.
At the board's request from the February hearing.
Yeah.
The agency will defer to the board's wishes in that regard. If it wishes to defer, then the agency is fine with that.
Yeah.
But he's already got the certified letter and he didn't come today. So prolonging this any longer.
I'd agree. We've got to deal with this. We can't drag this out much longer. Let's deal with it today.
I don't want to be rushed on something as complicated as this. We sit here and listen for an hour. I want the connection between a qualified party working for this company.
Mr. Lambert, that's a separate charge.
It is a separate charge, but it's all together. And then, you don't have anybody here to question from the they did the contract with.
Let me put it in this context. With respect to the qualifying party, that's another issue and a potential another violation. So you may get another bite at the apple.
I'm not.
If that's
I
the
don't
case.
care about it, except who was.
Well,
you have to have a qualifying party.
Mr. Lambert, the
council,
a company an owner of a company does not have to be the qualifying party.
No.
They can have 15 qualifying parties and they don't have to be the owner. That's not before the board today.
And
I understand that.
We noted, and it might be something the board might want to investigate.
Yeah.
But at this point, we're just on this particular issue, and then at some point in the future, you might be able to get your answer to that.
Well,
it's great. All right. Well, look, again, I think we need to move on. We've got 3 charges here. They pled no contest to 2 of them, but we got a deal right now with A18, which is to deceive and defraud.
Let's vote on.
So,
Mr. Chair.
we got somebody's got to make a motion.
Mr. Chair.
Last question, Mr. Meredith.
No question. I was going to make a motion.
Okay, go ahead, Mr.
My motion is that we find them not guilty on this 3rd charge.
A second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Okay.
All right.
To handle the first two charges, you have any statement you want to make?
I just to reiterate that when Ground Up realized it needed the solar permit, in addition to the other 5 that it already had, it did come and get that permit. It did not wait. That's all.
Okay.
I'm sorry, license. I said permit.
No, I got you.
I'm so sorry. Thanks, Mr. Lambert.
I
Would you
got
like to make an offer to the board as to penalty?
I would. I tried to do that before the hearing, but absolutely. I tried to do that back in November, but sure. Ground Up Solar would offer costs and attorney's fees for those 2 violations.
Well, it'd be just cost in this particular case is all you're offering.
Okay.
Okay. I'm just attorney's fee. But
I second his motion.
we have a,
He has a motion. not to-
it's just cost.
To accept a $500 court cost.
It's $1,000 cost,
Yeah.
hearing cost. Yeah.
One of the things too is he's right. If we start throw some common sense in here, he gets a notice in October. He's licensed in December. He does it right away. He takes immediate action, and for that he ought to be given some credit. So I say, yeah, we'll take the court.
And most everybody who appears here does the same thing, by the way. When they get caught, they do something different. I just want to make that statement. I appreciate that.
Mr.
All
Stewart,
right.
is that motion for both?
We have a motion. That's correct.
Is that motion
we
for
have,
both?
We have to do a cost of hearing for, it's just one
Hold on,
violation.
Ms. Starks is asking, is
Yeah.
that for both?
We're gonna vote
Yeah.
on that, on his vote?
Is that both on A4 and A7? Is that, are we even, we can't separate those, huh?
Can't separate.
All right, just one. All right, we have a motion and a second for cost. Any discussion?
Which violation?
All in favor? What's that?
No contest.
What's that?
Which violation? There's 2.
But it's the remaining ones, the A7 and
Are
A4.
we doing both at the same time?
It is both. All right, we have a motion and a second for cost of hearing only. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. All right, next item.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Item 5A, JK Contractors, Inc., or any representatives present.
Good morning. My name is Ravita. I'm here on behalf of JK Contractor.
Can you state your name for me one more time, ma'am?
Ravita Kumar?
Kumar?
Yes.
All right, Ms. Kumar. Can you state your affiliation with the company?
On behalf of, I'm here, yes.
Are you the owner?
No.
What is your, position?
Just a member.
A member?
Yes.
Okay. Are you qualified to speak on behalf of the company or testify on behalf of the company?
Yes.
Do the staff have Ms. Kumar as a contact or a member?
If she's representing that to the board, has she been put under oath?
Not yet, but I was just asking if she was in any of the documentation that staff has.
Let's see.
What?
Ravita Kumar?
Ravita Kumar.
Ravita, and last name Kumar, Kumar.
Is this for JK Contractors Incorporated?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're a member of the,
I'm just member. He's my brother. His own company.
are you an officer of the company?
I work with him, just running errands and stuff. If he needs to take care of things for him. I'm just a member.
Did we ask if she was authorized to speak on behalf of the company?
I did.
Okay,
But I just
thank
wanted
you.
to make sure that
I-
if she was in any of the documentation,
Okay,
but
let's-
does staff
let's-
have any objection?
If she's put under oath and represents to the board under oath that she has the authority to speak on behalf of the company, then there's no objection.
Okay, can you raise your right hand for me, Ms. Kumar? Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Thank you.
JK Contractors, Inc. is before you today for consideration of alleged violations for entering into contracts with unlicensed contractors on the Shell gas station project in Montpelier, Louisiana, in the amount of $340,586.03.
Okay. Ms. Kumar, how would you like to plead to the alleged violation?
Yes.
Violations?
Yes.
How would you like to plead?
Guilty.
Guilty?
Yes, I'd like to do
Okay.
the settlement. Because this was our first, you know.
Let me allow the board to accept that plea.
Condon. So moved.
Okay. Need a
Well-
second?
A motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Okay. Would staff like to admit the exhibits into evidence?
Sure. Madam Hearing Officer, I'd like to offer file and introduce the documents in the exhibit pack labeled Exhibits 1, 2A through P, 3 and 4 into evidence.
Okay. Ms. Kumar, have you had a chance to review the documents that he's talking about?
No, I have not.
Do you need a chance to look at them, or do you have any objection to the documents being entered into the record?
No, I do not have objection.
Okay. No objection. Exhibits are admitted. You have made a guilty plea, so you may make a statement to the board and explain, and then they will determine a penalty.
Okay. This was our first project in Louisiana. Was not aware of because we are contract. My brother, he's contract in Mississippi. I guess he brought some guys from there to work there, but he was not aware of. We do apologize. Next time it won't happen again. So
Did you do any work?
yes, the store's there. Yes,
And you got paid?
he's got paid. Yes.
Is your brother planning on getting licensed in Louisiana?
Yes.
JK Contractors
They are licensed.
is actually licensed.
He's licensed.
Building,
Yes,
he was
but-
subcontracting to unlicensed contractors.
Yes.
And he didn't know. All right.
So,
Yes, he didn't know. Yes.
yeah. All right. What steps have been put in place to avoid this in the future?
Well, next time he will make sure he will hire employee with with the contact, have all the license.
Okay. All right.
Does she want to make off?
Well, I'm ready to move. Let's go
I
ahead.
move to fine them 1,000 plus cost.
Condon second.
We have a motion and a second for 1,000 plus costs. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. All right. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
ISS Equipment LLC, or any representatives present?
Let the record reflect no one is present on behalf of ISS Equipment LLC.
ISS Equipment LLC is before you today for consideration of an alleged violation for acting as a contractor to perform work without possessing a Louisiana State Contractor's License on the Shell gas station project in Montpelier, Louisiana, in the amount of $177,549.87.
The agency calls Kristen McKee to the stand.
Ms. McKee has been sworn.
Good morning, Ms. McKee. You are currently employed as an investigator for the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Take a look at the exhibit packet in front of you. Are those documents that you obtained or prepared and which are kept in the course of regularly conducted business of the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors?
Yes.
Madam Hearing Officer, I would like to file and introduce these documents into evidence as Exhibits 1, 2A through G, 3 and 4.
Exhibits are admitted.
Ms. McKee, if you take a look at Exhibit 4, that's the service of the notice of hearing, which was made on ISS equipment via certified mail, correct?
That's correct.
And there's also a signed card showing delivery via certified mail, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, Ms. McKee, did you have occasion to investigate the activities of ISS equipment relating to the construction of a Shell gas station in Montpelier, Louisiana?
Yes.
JK Contractors was the general contractor on that project, correct?
That's correct.
As part of your investigation, you requested a subcontractor list from JK Contractors, correct?
Yes.
And upon receiving that list, you determined that JK Contractors had contracted with several unlicensed contractors, correct?
Yes.
And one of those contracts that you reviewed was a contract between JK Contractors and ISS Equipment to perform the cooler installation scope of work on the project in the amount of $177,549.87, correct?
Yes.
and invoices substantiating the value of the work performed by ISS are contained in Exhibit 2A, correct?
Yes.
And payments made by JK Contractors to ISS are found in Exhibit 2B, is that correct?
That's correct.
During your investigation, did you consult the records of the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors to determine if ISS equipment was licensed with the board?
Yes, they're not licensed.
All right, no further questions. Given the testimony and the evidence presented, the agency submits that the defendant violated Louisiana Revised Statute 372158A1 by bidding or conducting work without the proper license.
Temple move to find him guilty.
Second. We have a motion and a second. Guilty. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Penalty?
Move to find him max plus cost.
Condon, second.
We have a motion and a second for max fine plus costs. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Next.
River Queen LLC, are any representatives present?
Good evening.
Can you state your name and your affiliation with the company, sir?
Abdel Abu Khalil, 412 Glenmead Court, Gretna, Louisiana, 70056.
And what is your position with the company?
Manager, owner.
Okay. Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth to help you God?
I do.
Thank you.
River Queen LLC is before you today for consideration of an alleged violation for entering into a contract with an unlicensed contractor on the Shell gas station project in Montpelier, Louisiana, in the amount of $177,549.87.
Can you pronounce your last name for me again, sir?
It's Abu Khalil.
Abu Khalil.
Yeah.
How would you like to plead to the alleged violation?
Not guilty.
Not guilty? Okay.
The agency calls Kristen McKee to the stand.
Ms. McKee has been sworn.
Good morning, Mr. McKee. Again, are you employed currently as an investigator for Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors?
Yes.
Take a look at the exhibit pack in front of you. Are those documents that you obtained or prepared and which are kept in the course of regularly conducted business of the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors?
Yes.
Madam Hearing Officer, I'd like to offer, file, and introduce these documents into evidence as Exhibits 1, 2A through G, 3, and 4.
Mr. Abu Khalil, have you had a chance to look at the documents that he's talking about?
Yes.
Do you have any objection to the documents being entered into the record?
No, I don't have questions.
You don't have any objections?
Oh, objections?
Yeah.
No objection.
No objection? The exhibits are admitted.
Mr. McKee, did you have occasion to investigate the activities of River Queen LLC relating to the construction of a gas station in Montpelier, Louisiana?
Yes.
And JK Contractors was a general contractor on that job?
That's correct.
And as part of your investigation of JK Contractors, you requested a subcontractor list, correct?
That's correct.
And upon receiving that list, you determined that JK Contractors had contracted with several unlicensed subcontractors, correct?
That's correct.
JK Contractors contracted with ISS Equipment to perform cooler installation work in the amount of $177,549.87, correct?
That's correct.
During your investigation of ISS Equipment, you learned that ISS Equipment hired River Queen to perform labor on the cooler installation work. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And Exhibit 2C is the quote provided by River Queen to ISS Equipment for the labor-only work. Is that correct?
Well, it's to the owner agent. They didn't put ISS on there.
Sure.
Yes. Correct.
But it's a quote from
Correct.
River Queen, correct? Okay. And invoices substantiating the value of the work that was performed by River Queen are contained in Exhibit 2D, is that correct?
That's correct.
And the payments made by ISS to River Queen are found in Exhibit 2E, is that correct?
They're payments from JK to River Queen.
Okay. One moment. Correct. So the payments in the evidence of payment to River Queen is from JK Contractors.
Correct.
And that's contained in Exhibit 2E.
Correct.
Okay. During your investigation, did you consult the records of the Louisiana State License Board for Contractors to determine if ISS Equipment was licensed with the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors?
Correct. Yes, I did.
And are they?
ISS was not.
Okay. No further questions.
Sir, do you have any questions for Ms. McKee?
No.
No questions? Okay. Any further witnesses or evidence?
No further witnesses. We just submit that in light of the evidence presented, the defendant violated Louisiana Revised Statute 37-2158-A7 by contracting with an unlicensed contractor.
Okay. Mr. Abu Khalil, at this time you may make a statement to the board. You've already pled not guilty, so you can make a statement to the board. Once you do that, or if Mr. Dimmons has any questions for you, the board may have questions, so please answer those. Once that happens, the board will make a decision as to whether you're guilty or not, and a determination of a penalty. Okay?
We the mechanical contractor on the job, and we were referred by ISS to do the job, and the estimate and the invoice was sent to the owner, and we got paid from JK Contractor. I don't see where is the violation on this.
Can I have a question? I have a question for you. Did you have a contract? Excuse me. You had a contract with the owner, the gas station?
No contract, but I sent the invoice to them. I didn't have any signed contract. We were referred to the job, and we did it, and we sent the invoice to whoever the owner, or the owner or the contractor, JK.
And as a licensed contractor, you're aware of the legality of who you work for and are contracted to do installs for, right?
Yes.
What was the full value of your contract? How much did you get paid for this?
27,000.
I would question, do you wish to change your plea to no contest? It's if you invoice somebody or you write an estimate to somebody and someone else pays you, I don't know that he had much control over that.
Would you like to change your plea, Mr. Abu Khalil?
Okay, that's fine.
So
You don't have to.
you don't have to. It's just a question. We're not forcing you.
I mean,
Because you pled not guilty, so you're admitting, you pled not guilty, so the board has to make a determination as to whether you're guilty or not. With no contest, the board just makes a determination as to a penalty.
okay. Would that be on my record?
As a no contest,
Yeah.
yes, but it's if the board does make a determination that you are guilty, the guilty determination will be on your record.
Okay, no contest.
Where's counsel?
Or,
It sounds like he said no contest. He wanted to remove his not guilty to a no contest plea.
I think that's what
is that
he's
his- yeah.
Is that what you're
stating.
saying?
Yes.
Okay. Well, Temple moved to accept.
Condit second.
Motion to accept by Mr. Temple, second by Mr. Condon. Any discussion? All in favor? All opposed? Motion carries. All right, penalty. You do understand the situation. You do understand where you erred on this.
and they have to have a signed contract with the general contractor? Is that-
Well, you're quoting to one, getting paid by another, and there's some issues with that. So initially, as we understand it, you were contacted by ISS.
As they referred me to the job, they sell the equipment, we install it. So
Right.
we have that relationship with them. That
All right. Okay. All right. We still got no contest. All right. We've got that approved. Any penalty?
Condon moved to assess $1,000 fine plus cost.
Temple
Brown
second.
Motion and a second for 1,000 plus costs. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. All right. Thank you.
Wishing Town Bakery Cafe LLC, are any representatives present?
Can you state your name?
My name is Wen Jian Zheng,
State your last name again for me.
Zheng.
And what's your affiliation with the company?
Wishing Town Bakery Cafe LLC.
Are you the owner?
Yeah, I'm the owner.
Okay. Can you raise your right hand for me?
Right hand?
Yes. Thank you. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you.
Wishing Town Bakery Cafe LLC is before you today for consideration of an alleged violation for acting as a contractor to perform work without possessing a Louisiana State Contractor's License on the Wishing Town Bakery Cafe project in Metairie, Louisiana, in the amount of $90,000.
Okay. How would you like to plead to the alleged violation?
Not guilty.
Not guilty. So you may plead. This is how you may plead. If you plead guilty, you're admitting to the allegations as charged, and the board will make a determination as to penalty. If you plead not guilty, you're saying that the allegations are not true and you're not guilty of those. The board will make a determination as to the guilt and make a determination as to a fine if they find you guilty. If you plead no contest, then you're not admitting to any guilt. The board would only make a determination as to a fine.
Actually, I not work on
You will have time to explain. I just need your plea right now. So we have guilty, not guilty, or no contest.
I'm the business owner, and I just pay for.
I understand. You'll have your chance to explain. I just need you to tell me if you want to plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest.
I know I have a fall for the pay for the contract, but I think I have to explain my.
And you will. You will have that chance. I just need you to tell me guilty, not guilty, or no contest. One of those three. You'll have time to explain.
Okay. Not guilty.
Not guilty. Okay.
All right. Let's have it.
You can go.
The agency calls Susan McCartney to the stand, please.
Okay. Ms. McCartney has been sworn. You'll have your chance after this, okay?
Good morning, Ms. McCartney. You are currently employed as an investigator by the Louisiana State Licensing Board for contractors, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
If you take a look at the exhibit pack in front of you, are those documents that you obtained or prepared and which are kept in the regular course of business conducted by the Louisiana State Licensing Board for contractors?
Yes, sir.
Madam Hearing Officer, I'd offer, file, and introduce these documents into evidence as Exhibits 1, 2A through G, 3, and 4.
Okay. Sir, have you had a chance to look at these documents? Do you have any objection to the documents being entered into the record?
No.
No
objection. The exhibits are admitted.
Ms. McCartney, did you have occasion to investigate the activities of Wishing Town Bakery Cafe LLC related to the construction of the Wishing Town Bakery Cafe in Metairie, Louisiana?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, Dragon Limited, Inc., a general contractor, applied for and was granted a building permit for the build-out of the Wishing Town Bakery and Cafe. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And Exhibit 2A is a copy of the building permit stating such. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Exhibit 2B is a copy of the contract between Wishing Town and Dragon Limited, correct?
Correct.
And that contract is for $90,000?
That's correct.
As part of your investigation into this matter, you received a subcontractor list from Dragon Limited, which included a company by the name of Deng's Maintenance, LLC, and Sanders Electric and Construction. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Subsequently, you requested information from Deng's Maintenance, and they produced a contract with Dragon Limited, but also produced a contract with Wishing Town Bakery and Cafe, LLC. Is that correct?
That's correct.
As part of your investigation, and as your investigation continued, you discovered that Wishing Town Bakery and Cafe was actually acting as the general contractor for this project. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Now, Exhibit 2D is a contract between Wishing Town Bakery, LLC, and Deng's Maintenance for HVAC in the amount of $10,000. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And Exhibit 2E shows a partial payment from Wishing Town Bakery to Deng's in the amount of $5,000, correct?
Correct.
Exhibit 2F is a contract between Wishing Town Bakery and Sanders Electric for electrical work on the project as well as invoices from Sanders Electric. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And Exhibit 2G shows payments directly from Wishing Town Bakery and Cafe LLC to Sanders Electric. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Now, going back to that contract between Wishing Town and Dragon Limited, that contract was for approximately $90,000, correct?
Correct.
But the only payment that we show or that was provided to us that was made by Wishing Town to Dragon Limited, who, remember, pulled the permit for this job, was in the amount of $12,000. Is that correct?
That's correct.
As part of your investigation, did you consult the records of the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors to determine whether Wishing Town Bakery and Cafe LLC is licensed by the board?
I did. They're not licensed.
No further questions.
Okay. Sir, do you have any questions for her standing next to you?
Actually, I'm not working like the.
Any questions?
Did I acting like the general contractor? So this charge, I think, is not exactly. I know I pay for the thing maintenance.
Excuse me, sir. You're going to be able to explain all that to us in a little bit, but first, she just wants to know, do you have any questions for the investigator? Any for her, before you get a chance to explain to us. Do you have any questions for her?
So
It's okay.
That's the action like the general contractor. I mean, because I just pay for the.
Sir, if you don't have any questions for her, you just have to make a statement. That's okay. If you don't have any questions, we can move on. Okay.
Let's
All
consider that a no.
Okay. Counsel, do you have any further questions for this? Okay. Now, sir, you've already made a not guilty plea. So at this time, you may make a statement to the board. Once you make that statement, they may have questions for you. Please answer their questions. And then they will make a determination as to whether you're guilty or not of the violations. And then they will make a determination as to a fine if necessary. Okay?
Okay. So, is it my time?
It's your turn. You can tell us why you're not guilty.
Okay. Actually, this Wishing Town Baker Cafe is the third time to move the building because the rent rise high, and asked my friend, Omen, he's a general contractor, to help me to make a new store to make my life survive in the USA. So I owe him a lot of money, and I did not pay the full the general contractor the money right now. So actually, this is a personal relationship from the general limited. I not want my mistake to make them the cut down their career. So if any charge for the Wishing Town, like the acting like the general contractor, I don't think so. I have that. So yeah, I think.
Sir, are you clear what the state is saying you did that makes them think you're acting like the general contractor? Do you know what they say you did that leads to them thinking you're the general contractor?
What I don't know, but
It's right here. The board is saying that since you paid, it appears that you paid the contractor, general contractor, a fee, but you managed and paid the other contractors directly on the job site. Is that the case?
Okay.
That is it?
But
I think we should stop the hearing. I think we need a translator.
Yeah.
So I don't know if y'all want to make a motion to continue this until we get a translator, because I don't think he truly understands the charges or what's going on in this
I
hearing.
agree with you, Ms. Stark.
And is there somebody else in the audience that
Probably.
that one of his?
I'm not sure. Maybe one of the
Mr. Hazard?
investigators.
I'm sorry, I'd like to object to anyone in the audience who is not a court certified.
Okay,
official
great. All right,
translator.
good deal.
We've had that problem very
All
recently.
right. So I move to continue this to the next hearing date, and we should have a translator to
with the proper language.
With the proper language.
Yeah, we need to know what that language is so that we can obtain an appropriate.
Pending, we'll get all that.
Yeah, staff is
information.
going to handle all that.
All right.
You continued all three.
For all, yes. For all
Yeah,
three.
we can continue all three because I'm
right.
sure.
We'll continue all three. We have a motion and a second to continue all three. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion carries.
So listen, next month you're gonna come back to this hearing. We're just gonna delay it until next month, okay? You come back
Okay,
next month,
okay.
all right?
Okay,
All right.
thank you.
No problem.
Thank you.
Yeah, that'd be great.
All right, number 7A.
Thank you, Ms. Starks.
No problem.
Appreciate that.
Christian Pierce Corver, are any representatives present?
Let the record reflect known as present on behalf of Christian Pierce Corver.
Christian Pierce Corver is before you today for consideration of an alleged violation for entering into a contract with an unlicensed contractor on the Six Flags project in New Orleans, Louisiana, in the amount of $449,800.
The agency calls Lonnie Lusko to the stand.
Lusco or Lusco?
Lusko.
Either way.
Mr. Lusco has been sworn.
Either way.
Good morning, Mr. Lusko. You are currently employed by the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors as an investigator, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you take a look at the exhibit packet in front of you, are those documents that you obtained or prepared and which are kept in the course of regularly conducted business of the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors?
Yes, sir.
Madam Hearing Officer, I would like to offer, file, and introduce these documents and evidence as Exhibits 1, 2A through D, 3, and 4.
Exhibits are admitted.
Mr. Lusko, if you take a look at Exhibit 4, that contains the service of notice of hearing that was made on Christian Corver via email, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And there's a delivery receipt for that email showing delivery to the email address that's on record with the Louisiana State License Board for Contractors, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Mr. Lusko, did you have occasion to investigate the activities of Christian Pierce Corver relating to the review of a demolition project at Six Flags in New Orleans East?
Yes, sir.
Bayou Phoenix LLC had leased that property that's at issue from NORA. Is that correct? New Orleans
Yes, sir, that's correct.
New Orleans Redevelopment Authority?
That is correct.
Okay. Now, Bayou Phoenix thereafter contracted with a company by the name of Smoot Consulting and Construction LLC for $449,800 to demolish selected areas of the property. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And a copy of that contract can be found in Exhibit 2C. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Smoot Consulting and Construction thereafter subcontracted the work to Christian Corver. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And a copy of that contract can be found in Exhibit 2A. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
However, there's no value or price that's set forth in that contract, correct?
That's correct.
So the value assigned to this matter was taken from the contract between Bayou Phoenix and Smoot.
Yes, sir.
Correct. Now, Exhibit 2B shows payments from Smoot to Christian Corver, correct?
Yes, sir.
But at some point, it was learned that Smoot Consulting was not licensed. Is that correct?
That is correct.
So Smoot's contract with Bayou Phoenix was essentially terminated, and Bayou Phoenix ended up contracting directly with Christian Corver later, correct?
Yes, sir.
No further questions. Given the testimony and the evidence presented, the agency requests that you find Christian Pierce Corver guilty and issue an appropriate fine and cost.
Temple move to find him guilty.
Condit second.
Motion and a second for guilty. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Move to fine them $44,980 plus costs.
Condon, second.
We have a motion by Mr. Temple and a second by Mr. Condon. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Corver Demolition LLC, or any representatives present?
Let the record reflect that no one is present on behalf of Corver Demolition LLC.
Corver Demolition LLC is before you today for consideration of an alleged violation for acting as a contractor to perform work without possessing a Louisiana State Contractor's License on the Six Flags project in New Orleans, Louisiana, amount of $449,800.
The agency calls Lonnie Lusco to the stand.
Mr. Lusco has been sworn.
Good morning, Mr. Lusco. You are currently employed by the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors as an investigator, correct?
Yes, sir.
Take a look at the exhibit pack in front of you. Are those documents that you obtained or prepared and which are kept in the course of regularly conducted business for the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors?
Yes, sir.
Madam Hearing Officer, I would like to offer, file, and introduce these documents into evidence as Exhibits 1, 2A through 2D, 3, and 4.
Exhibits are admitted.
Mr. Lusco, if you take a look at Exhibit 4, service of the notice of hearing for this hearing today was made on Corver Demolition via email in the United States as well as U.S. mail, correct?
Yes, sir.
And there are delivery receipts for the email and a tracking receipt showing delivery by the United States Postal Service, also contained in Exhibit 4, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, Mr. Lusco, did you have occasion to investigate the activities of Corver Demolition relating to a review of a demolition project at Six Flags in New Orleans East?
Yes, sir, I did.
And Bayou Phoenix LLC was the lessee of that property from the New Orleans Redevelopment Authority?
Yes, sir.
Bayou Phoenix LLC, again, who was leasing that property from Nora, contracted with a company named Smoot Consulting and Construction for $449,800 to demolish selected areas of the Six Flags property. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Smoot Consulting and Construction thereafter subcontracted the work to Christian Pierce Corver, correct?
Yes, sir.
Exhibit 2B, however, is a scope of work submitted to Bayou Phoenix for the demolition work by Smoot and Corver Demolition, correct?
Yes, sir.
And Exhibit 2A shows checks from Corver Demolition, most of which were payments to employees of Christian Pierce Corver. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Christian Pierce Corver was properly licensed under his name with the Contractors Board, but Corver Demolition LLC is not licensed. Is that correct?
That is correct.
No further questions. Given the testimony and evidence presented, the agency requests that you find Corver Demolition guilty and issue appropriate fines and costs.
Temple move to find him guilty.
We have a motion and a second for guilty. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Move to fine them $6,217.54 plus costs.
Condon, second.
We have a motion and a second.
He's
Wait.
on the wrong line. He's on the wrong.
What's that?
He's on the next
Yeah.
line on the track.
You're done wrong.
You're on the wrong number. You need to jump up to that number right there. This one right here.
Oh,
Yeah. Max fine plus
max
cost.
fine plus cost. big discount, huh?
Do we need to do it new?
I move to make an amendment to my motion and fine max plus cost.
Condon, second.
We have a motion and a second for max fine plus cost. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Items 8 and 9, JCS Pave LLC, they reached out yesterday and requested a continuance to May.
We need a motion.
Condon, motion to accept continuance to
Lopez, second.
Okay. Motion to accept and a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Sorry about that.
Samuel Madison Tillman, or any representatives present?
Both of those.
Sir, can you state your name, please?
Samuel Madison Tillman.
Okay. And can you raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you.
Samuel Madison Tillman is before you today for consideration of an alleged violation for permitting the contractor's license to be used by another when the other contractor does not hold a license for the classification of work for which the contract is entered on the Sal and Judy's Restaurant Project in Lacombe, Louisiana, in the amount of $50,119.47.
All right, Mr. Tillman, how would you like to plead to the alleged
Pleading
violation?
no contest.
No contest? Okay.
Temple
I would
will
like
accept.
the board to,
Yeah, we
One
will. You'll get
second,
a
one
chance.
second. Go
We
ahead.
we have a motion by Mr. Temple. We have a second. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion carries.
No, it's gonna be
Counsel, you got to introduce the case.
You want to introduce your exhibits? Okay.
I'd like to call Erica Segura to the stand, please.
Ms. Segura has been sworn.
Good morning, Ms. Segura. You are currently employed by the Contractors Board as an investigator, is that correct?
Yes.
If you take a look at the exhibit packet in front of you, are those documents you obtained or prepared in the course of regularly conducted business of the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors?
Yes.
Okay. Madam Hearing Officer, I'd like to off-file and introduce these documents into evidence as Exhibits 1, 2A through E, 3, and 4.
Mr. Tillman, have you had a chance to look at the documents that he's talking about?
yes, ma'am.
Do you have any objection to the documents being entered into the record?
No, ma'am.
No objection. Exhibits are admitted.
Ms. Segura, did you have an occasion to investigate the activities of Samuel Madison Tillman relating to a random review of a project at 27491 Highway 190 in Lacombe?
Yes, I did.
And you pulled a permit for the project and it listed Tillman Electric and Samuel Tillman as the contractor, correct?
Correct.
Exhibit 2A is a copy of that permit?
Yes.
Okay, later that same day after you pulled that permit, you contacted Mr. Tillman to discuss your review of the project. And Mr. Tillman told you that he pulled the permit for the project, but he hadn't completed any work on it, correct?
Correct.
He said he had hired his friend to complete the project, correct?
I believe you used the term buddy. Yes.
Okay. And you had asked Mr. Tillman to produce some documents, correct?
Yes.
And he produced documents to you, which included a contract between the owners and his friend or his buddy, payment from the owners to his friend and buddy, as well as invoices from his friend or buddy to the owners. Is that correct?
Yes.
And those documents can be found in Exhibits C, D, and E?
Correct.
Okay. No further questions.
Okay. Mr. Tillman, do you have any questions for this witness?
I don't have those documents. Those documents are false.
Okay. Do you have any questions for her?
Yes, those documents are false.
Is that a question?
You
can. You'll be able to testify on your
Okay.
behalf, but if you don't have
So,
any questions for
I
her,
don't
we
have
can
any
move
questions.
on. Okay. Anything else? Anything further, counsel?
Nothing further, subject to possible cross-examination if he's going to make a statement that needs to be addressed.
Okay, Mr. Tillman, you may make a statement to the board as to the allegations. You've already pled no contest. Once you do make a statement, the board will make a determination as to a fine or a penalty.
I was asked to pull a generator permit, which I have done before in the past, but usually it's just like a house. You can't do any work until the other permits are pulled, such as the gas or electrical. Well, shortly after that, I was called by Eddie Bourgeois and said, well, I set the generator and I can get out of this mess if you just say that, you help me with the work that's been done. And I can't remember exactly what we wrote up, but it was false. And after that, I never had any contract with Louis Bourgeois. I never made any money on this because after that, I never did do any more work. And right now, the job has been stalled. He said that there was some equipment coming in. We never could do any more work. I didn't realize there was any work done on it. And I just wanted to be honest with the board and let everyone know what happened.
Appreciate that.
Thank you. And that's all I have to say. I just wanted the truth to be brought out.
There you go. You don't have to recuse yourself because of that, do you?
I just have a question. Do you typically perform the installations of generators, or you all?
Not the generators. I'm not certified to do the installation. I don't have the equipment. Bourgeois does that. Now,
you know, I figure that like on this generator job here, a lot of times I'll figure the wattage and everything, but I can't install these generators. But what I do is I come back and I'll file the electrical and the gas and that goes with it after we do the generator application. The other parishes won't even let any work be done at all unless I file that. We can just like a house. You can get the permit, but if you don't file the other utilities, you can't start work.
Right, but I'm confused. Are you saying you typically pull permits and then let Bourgeois install?
No, just the generator permit, just like someone would come and do a house. But after that, I pull these other permits myself. There's no documentation of these other permits. There's no, my signature's not here or nothing on these other permits. But yes, I did give authorization to pull that generator permit. There's a lot to it. But just the generator permit, that's the only thing that I gave authorization to.
Mr. Segura, do you know the significance of
Mr. Tillman.
Mr. Tillman, do you know the significance of allowing somebody to, or are you pulling a permit for somebody and you don't have any certifications or anything dealing with that?
Well, I really didn't because the parish
Hold on.
Let him make a statement.
Okay.
What you're doing is one of the most egregious things that you can do. That is, you don't do that at all. I understand that's your friend, but you can't let people you pull a license for them and let them go do the work. You don't do that.
Well, we didn't have the other. You have to, in order for him to do the work, he'd have to pull the electrical and the gas on the generator. That's just like a house. You can get a house permit, but you can't start any work until all these other trades have been filed and started on. And that's what I was confused on. And the parish said, long as I let him see my license, that go ahead and let him pull the permit. There's a lot involved in pulling this generator permit, and I'm not certified for generators. So that's how it was confused. I know now, but that's how I got confused about it. And I just wanted to, hopefully the board would show a little leniency to me.
And listen, we're not here to jam you, sir, but we do need to protect the public. And so when you do that, that's a problem.
Mr. Hazard,
Sir.
you're going to help this gentleman out.
Sir?
You're going to help this gentleman out.
I don't think I'm going to have to. I think Mr. Demmons is going to bring something in just a second.
Okay.
Yeah, I would just like to ask Mr. Tillman a question. I just saw an email, I believe, that you sent that contains a document where you admitted that you granted permission to Mr. Bourgeois to pull the gas and electric permits under your license name. Is that correct?
No,
That's not what the document says?
just the generator permit.
What page are we looking on?
I apologize. It was actually sent by Mr. Bourgeois, not by Mr. Tillman.
Okay.
And we're trying to get a copy of that document printed out right now so that it can be submitted.
Mr. Demmons, I'm very happy to testify to the text message I received with that document at 10:41 this morning. We're about to print it. Sure.
There's no documents, the parish has no documents with my signature on anything as far as the gas and electrical. It's just opening up the generator permit.
Madam Hearing Officer, I'd like to call Brad Hazard to the stand.
Mr. Hazard has been sworn.
Mr. Hazard, have you received a document earlier this morning related to this matter?
At 10:41 this morning, I received a text message with a photograph of a handwritten document from Mr. Eddie Bourgeois.
And what does that document say?
That document is on letterhead of Tillman Electric and Air Conditioning Services with some phone numbers and an email address dated 1/26 of 2023. It says, I, Samuel Tillman of Tillman Electric, give permission to Louis E. Bourgeois of Bourgeois, I think that says Enterprises, LLC, to file and pull gas and electrical permits for Generac generators only, state license number 28697, with a signature that appears to be Samuel M. Tillman.
Thank you. Subject to obtaining a copy of that document, I'd like to off file and introduce that into evidence as exhibit, we'll call it 5.
Okay, let me review the
It
document.
just came up, that's why you haven't seen it.
Allow him to review it and then I'll make my determination.
Sure.
Mr. Tillman, do you have any response to that testimony?
No, I just wanted the panel to understand that this contractor was setting me up, and but I guess he was able to file these jobs through me that now I see. So that's why I pleaded no contest. There's this one incident, and the job hasn't been finished. It's on hold. I shut the job down because it's I don't think there's. But I was under the impression I was going to have to file the other trades along with the generator. And now I remember I actually forgot about that paperwork. I didn't. It wasn't in the exhibit, but I'm still filing no contest.
All right.
That's all.
Nothing further.
All
Before
right.
y'all make your determination, let me get a copy of the.
Hold on, comment.
Do you have any more questions for him? Are y'all ready to make?
Do we have any questions for for Mr. Tillman, board?
I've got a question.
Mr.
I'm an
Meredith?
electrical contractor. And typically, when an electrical contractor installs a generator on any property, he buys the generator, supplies the generator. He does everything connected with it electrically, hooking the generator up at the properties. And a lot of times he subs out, or the owner subs out someone to run gas to it if that's necessary. But in this situation, you're testifying that all you did was supply the generator?
No, sir.
No.
Permit.
The permit.
All he did
So you
was,
didn't
A
supply the
generator
generator?
dealer buys the generator, sells the generator, makes a contract with the customer, and sets the generator. Then he hires the other tradesmen, such as electrical and gas, to finish installing the generator because they're not licensed for that.
What you do is supply the license to get the permit.
You can't open up the generator permit without a licensed contractor. And without that generator permit, we can't move, the other tradesmen can't move forward, but the other tradesmen still have to
I think we,
apply for other permits, just like a house.
are we waiting on the document for him to
Yeah,
review?
y'all can make y'all decision.
We good?
So
If y'all
what
don't
I'm
have any more
asking you is, who bought the generator?
The Generac dealer, Louis Bourgeois. I didn't have anything to do with that contract.
And he sold the generator to who, the owner or
His
the
owner, Sally Judy's.
Okay. And you got a permit to begin the process, but yet the other electrical contractor coming behind you did the electrical work hooking it up, is what you're testifying.
Yes,
They just pulled the permit.
So all you did was pull a permit.
I pulled the permit.
All right. So, all right, well, good deal. I think we've heard enough.
That's like selling, using you.
Well, all right.
Mr. Tillman, do you have any objection to that document that we discussed being entered into the record?
No.
Okay, no objection. The exhibit is admitted.
All right. Penalty. We've already got no contest. What's the penalty?
Condon, max fine plus cost.
We have a motion for max fine plus cost. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. All right. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
HR3 Productions LLC or any representatives present.
Let the record reflect no one is present on behalf of HR3 Productions LLC.
HR3 Productions LLC is before you today for consideration of an alleged violation for entering into a contract with an unlicensed contractor involving work or the activity for the performance of which a license is required on the New Providence Baptist Church project in Lake Charles, Louisiana, in the amount of $248,814.72.
The agency calls Frank Vaughn to the stand.
Mr. Vaughn has been sworn.
Good morning, Mr. Vaughn. You are currently employed as an investigator for the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
you take a look at the exhibit packet in front of you, are those documents that you obtained or prepared in the course of regularly conducted business for the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors?
Yes, sir.
Madam Hearing Officer, I offer, file, and introduce these documents and evidence as Exhibits 1, 2A through 2C, 3, and 4.
Exhibits are admitted.
Mr. Vaughn, if you take a look at Exhibit 4, service of the notice of hearing for this matter was made on HR3 Production LLC via email to the address on file with the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors, correct?
Yes, sir.
And that address on file can be seen in Exhibit 3, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Vaughn, did you have occasion to investigate the activities of HR3 Productions relating to a project for the New Providence Baptist Church?
Yes, sir.
New Providence Baptist Church had entered into a written agreement with MTR Management and Consulting Services to serve as the church's representative for professional services for engineering and program management to repair damage sustained from Hurricanes Laura and Delta. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, Minor Rogers, doing business on behalf of New Providence Baptist Church, then entered into a written agreement with HR3 Productions to work in the amount of $248,814.72, correct?
Yes, sir.
And that contract can be seen in Exhibit 2B?
Yes, sir.
Thereafter, HR3 Productions obtained the building permit, as we can see in Exhibit 2A, correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, as part of your investigation, did you review the records of the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors to determine whether Minor Rogers is licensed?
I did, and he is not.
As part of your investigation, did you review the records of the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors to determine whether MTR Management and Consulting Services LLC is licensed?
I did, and is not.
Okay. Thank you. No further questions? Given the testimony and evidence presented, the agency requests that you find HR3 Productions LLC guilty and issue the appropriate fines and costs.
Temple moved to find him guilty.
We have a motion by Mr. Temple, second by Mr. Broussard. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion carries.
HR3 Productions LLC.
Hold up, we gotta do the fine.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Move to fine on max plus cost. Temple.
Motion by Mr. Temple for max fine plus costs, and a second by Mr. Gallo. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion carries.
HR3 Productions LLC. Are any representatives present?
Let the record reflect no one is present on behalf of HR3 Productions LLC.
HR3 Productions LLC is before you today for consideration of an alleged violation for failure to obtain a permit to perform work or beginning work prior to the issuance of a permit in the jurisdiction as required, or misrepresenting the value or scope of work on the Breath of Life Praise and Worship Center project in Lake Charles, Louisiana, in the amount of $6,500.
The agency calls Frank Vaughn to the stand.
Mr. Vaughn has been sworn. I'm sorry, y'all.
Good morning, Mr. Vaughn. You are currently employed as an investigator for the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors, correct?
Yes, sir.
Take a look at the exhibit packet in front of you. Are those documents that you obtained or prepared and which are kept in the course of regularly conducted business of the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors?
Yes, sir.
Madam Hearing Officer, I offer, file, and introduce these documents into evidence as Exhibits 1, 2A through D, 3, and 4.
Exhibits are admitted.
Mr. Vaughn, if you take a look at Exhibit 4, service of the notice of hearing for this matter was made on HR3 Production LLC via email to the email address on file with the Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors as shown in Exhibit 3. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, Mr. Vaughn, did you have occasion to investigate the activities of HR3 Productions relating to a project for Breath of Life Praise and Worship Center in Lake Charles?
Yes, sir.
You received an anonymous call about an unlicensed contractor performing work on a church. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So as part of your investigation, you checked with the city of Lake Charles to see if a permit had been issued for the job, correct?
Yes, sir.
And no permit had been issued, correct?
Correct.
Later, you visited that job site and you learned that Minor Rogers II was overseeing the work, correct?
Yes, sir.
And while you were talking to Mr. Rogers, Henry Robinson with HR3 Productions arrived at the scene. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Robinson told you that HR3 was hired by Minor Rogers to do plumbing and other work on the job, which he estimated the cost of which to be about approximately $20,000. Is that
Yes,
correct?
sir.
Now, ultimately, the building inspector for the city of Lake Charles issued a stop work order because no permit had been obtained. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And that stop work order can be seen in Exhibit 2B.
Yes, sir.
But ultimately, Mr. Robinson with HR 3 applied for a permit with the city of Lake Charles, correct?
Yes, sir.
And that permit application can be seen in Exhibit 2C, which shows the scope of that work to be approximately $6,500, correct?
Yes, sir.
And ultimately, the city of Lake Charles requires the issuance of a permit prior to work being performed, correct?
Yes, sir.
And here, the work had been performed prior to the issuance of the permit, correct?
Yes, sir.
No further questions. Given the testimony and evidence presented, the agency requests that you find the defendant guilty and issue appropriate fines and costs.
Temple move to find him guilty.
We have a motion and a second for guilty. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Penalty?
Max plus cost.
We have a motion and a second for max fine plus cost. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Next.
Just before we move on, real quick question. Minor Rogers II. I'm trying to understand his role in this. Is he a QP for anybody else?
He has another case that is pending. It was continued. I'm not sure the details on it.
Minor Rogers is MTR. He's an engineer. That's his company.
Is he licensed?
No, sir.
Neither he nor his company are licensed.
He was scheduled to come, it's continued from this month till the next month.
Okay.
All right.
Under settlement offers, Industrial Plant Solutions, LLC, case 2024-1642-02. They're offering a no contest plea, $1,000 fine, $1,000 costs. Industrial Plant Solutions, LLC, case 2025-1470-01. They're offering a no contest plea, $1,000 fine, $1,000 costs. Dylan Joseph Manali, case 2025-1482-01. He's offering a no contest plea, $1,000 cost, and surrender of his qualifying party status, number 8977530.
The agency moves to introduce the exhibit packets for each one of these individual matters in their individual cases.
The exhibits for the settlement offers as agenda item E are admitted, and let the record reflect that none of the respondents were present.
All right.
Move to accept in globo.
Lopez second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Statutory citations.
Louis Edward Bourgeois, doing business as Bourgeois Enterprise, case 2025-0316-02, a no contest plea, 1,000 costs. Houston Chris Jenkins, case 2025-0007-01, no contest plea, $2,000 cost. Dale Nabalance, doing business as Diverse Technology Systems, case 2025-0007-03, a no contest plea, 1,000 costs.
The agency moves to introduce the exhibit packets for each individual case in their individual cases.
Okay. Exhibits for the statutory citation as reflected as agenda item F are admitted. Let the record reflect that the respondents were not present.
All right.
Move to accept.
Motion to accept, second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Exemption request.
Go ahead and make a request that we accept the exemption request for Robert Barrow Richardson for Highway, Street, and Bridge.
Before we go any further, I believe there's a recusal that we need to make.
All right.
That's a recusal by Mr. Hackworth, for the record.
Yep. All right. We have a motion. We have a second. Did we have a second? I'm not sure. Yep. We have a second. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. All right. I don't think we have anything on denials and appeals, right?
Your two appeal denials, one, we were able to work that out with some documents late yesterday afternoon. That was Moser Precision Builders. Joseph Hardy hired counsel yesterday afternoon, and it's been asked to continue.
All right. Continuous. All right. Okey-doke. All right, reports, treasurer, Mr. Bordelon's not here, but I'm sure Mr. Hassard, I think we've looked at some of those.
Sure, I can
We're in
run
good
through
shape.
it real quick. All of you should have received a copy of that. I think the most noteworthy thing is if you look at your net position statement year-to-date 2026 versus 2025, the unaudited version, we're about $600,000 up the first quarter this year as we were last year. I think we're in a good position. We're pretty much on track with our budgeted spending. There's a few overages here and there. Mostly those are related to terminally persistent water underground leaks around the building.
Yeah. All right. Expect to hear more about that later on.
Well, yeah.
We hope we don't, but.
But I'm sure we will, but.
All right. All right, anything else from staff?
I think that maybe just a real quick update on some legislative things that are moving slowly in some places, rapidly in others. Some are easier than others. The board, of course, has a bill this year that is mostly a little cleanup of protective language, if you will, to protect staff and board members from certain court issues or testimony while we're still investigating or pending a hearing on some civil things. We, of course, have with a little tiny cleanup on the water well fiasco of last year. That bill is about 4 lines long, and it clarifies the definition of environmental and water well drilling. We have a few other ones of the mergers and acquisitions program that we're working through here. As most of you are aware, the Manufactured Housing Commission is being postured to move or merge, if you will, with the residential subcommittee. That is going pretty well at this point. It was a little struggle at first, but I don't anticipate any pushback on that. The Code Council, though not yours, does affect all of you. It's a pretty significant bill. I haven't heard but a little bit of push here and there, and those are from some third-party inspectors who are a little confused or concerned, maybe is a better word, with some of the restrictions that we're trying to place on them. The bill that everybody seems to be having the most interest in is Representative Fontenot's bill to abolish the Louisiana State Plumbing Board and to make them a subcommittee here under this board, hopefully to be exactly the same posture as the residential committee lives in. I could go on for days about the communications with that, but I won't. The most significant portion of that is the current ability for a plumber to obtain a license is 7,000 hours of work and 3 separate exams. We've settled, all parties involved have kind of settled and compromised on a 2,500 hour requirement for a journeyman, currently at 7,000, and a 3,500 hour requirement for a master plumber. The most significant part of that portion of that is it will allow a journeyman plumber to operate a plumbing company limited in scope as a contractor limited to residential work. The other thing that I know industry is concerned with, and the plumbers, some are, some aren't, is the ratio of supervision from journeyman to apprentice that currently is 1-to-1. And we're proposing that changes from 1 journeyman to supervise 3 apprentices.
Right.
Everybody seems on board with that at this point as well.
Great. All right. I just ask that you maybe print out a brief for the board.
I'll
at
get
some
something
point in time.
together on
Legislative
paper,
update. Yeah.
and we'll get it mailed out to you hopefully by Monday.
All right, great. All right, is that it?
That's all I have, sir.
All right, let's see, the board business, Mr. Temple, residential building subcommittee.
Do I have something for that?
Just let's ratify the minutes.
I believe you just need a motion to ratify the actions taken by residential yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just want to make a motion to ratify the minutes from yesterday.
Second.
All right, have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. All right. If that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. All right.
Second.
Second.
Mr. Gallo is always helpful in that regard.
Good to see you, Mr. Mayor.